Good thing somebody's paying attention. All right, you get a haircut. What do you think that is? Utilities. Shopping. Yeah. Netflix. I'm gonna go with entertainment. We can cut that one out for sure. All right, so King Supers again for some groceries. You spend a little bit more. All right. Okay, gas. We're going transportation again. All right, go to Kohl's and we get some clothes. Shopping. Did you take your 30% off coupon?
I did.
If you neglect them long enough, they will send you a 30%. Right. All right, Burger King now. Well, we're eating out again.
That's a lot of eating out.
Nobody was really excited about Burger King, though. I can hear that. Chipotle is. All right, Furniture Row. We got a furniture payment. We financed some furniture. Oh. Okay, how about, well, we went back to Chipotle. No leftovers. Just 1,000-calorie burrito. All right, Parker Hospital, medical payment. Yeah. I went to see Connor and Abby. Different hospital. All right, King Supers again for some groceries. Food. All right, we're almost done. Taco Bell again. Food. Oh, we got a Capital One credit card payment in here. We'll say they probably went shopping on that one. Hopefully they didn't pay any utilities on the credit card.
Oh, man.
All right, and then the last one here, we get some more gas and transportation. All right, and then we got a couple of paychecks down here. We got ABC Company. We'll say that we'll go with the net income. So maybe that's the husband. We'll give him the lower paycheck. We'll say, ladies, you're really good at making your paychecks, so we'll give you the net salary spouse, net income spouse. All right. Okay, so wow, that was pretty painful, right?
Yes.
It was painful for me, and all I was doing was clicking. Originally, I was going to have each one of you filling this out. I thought, no, that's not going to go well. That'll take too long.
That'll be boring.
That'll be boring. All right, so just before we even get into it, what are some observations about what this couple are doing?
They eat out much.
They eat out. Yeah. They sure do.
They need to get a better car because their gas mileage stinks. Too much gas.
Yeah, we got two of them driving around, but yes, maybe they should go for a little more fuel economic vehicles. Go for the electric car, passenger. That's funny. All right, so really all we're doing now in this budgeting process is we're looking at all of those categories that we assign to each of those transactions and then summing them up. So for the net income, this guy's only bringing in $14.42 to the house. That's okay. We still love him.
Is it monthly or weekly?
So this is a month. This is a whole month. Yeah. And then his wife brought in $2,000. Woo! Go Jane Doe. Yeah. So altogether they brought in $3,461.54. Are you guys following me so far?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not too bad. We can live on that, maybe.
Not really.
No. Right. So when we start looking at there's a little bit of a problem here. So on their home category, they spent $12.95 out of all those categories. Since I'm a nerd, so you look up here. There's the sum, if, and then, yeah, I did that. So you can create a formula in Excel to say, go find every time it says home, and then give me back the number in another column, and sum it up over here.
Excel spreadsheets.
Yeah? What do you think, Connor? Is it okay? Is it nerdy enough? No, we should go more nerdy.
He's gonna want to have a private class.
Okay.
I'm in class on Excel spreadsheets.
Hey, you know, I learned how to do most of what I know in Excel on YouTube. Hand it to YouTube. I got $40,000 in a college education and a finance degree, and I learned most of what I used in my finance job on YouTube. So college is important. Still go. I'm not against college. But be resourceful because there's a lot of free tools out there that can help you be successful in your work. So utilities, they spent $482. Food, they ate $636. They spent $481 driving around. They had $200 in the medical payment, $3.25 in shopping and only $20 in entertainment, they're not too entertained.
They do a lot of entertaining by eating out.
That's right. Entertaining and eating out. So what's interesting here is they spent $3,441.54, but they only brought in $3,461.54.
That's a lot of savings.
So wow, they had $20 left over at the end of the month. It's not red, right?
It's not bad.
They can go out to eat one more time.
Yeah, why do we have $20? We can go out to eat one more time. No!
After 4 years. Where do you get a 20?
So as we look at all of that money and where it's gone, the key in budgeting is then making a different decision and choosing where you want your money to go. Does that make sense? So one of them is looking backwards and one of them is looking forwards and determining what you want to have happen. So on the budget side, we can go, okay, do we really think that anything's going to change for John and Jane Doe and their money in the next month?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, at the very least, they're going to make the same amount of money. Maybe they sell something, right? There's an extra TV in their house that they don't need now, so they're going to sell that and get an extra $250 on Craigslist. What's that? Eat out less. That's exactly.
They should sell their cars.
All right.
Buy
Here we go.
extra shops.
So if we look at these same categories, right? This is the money that they spent before. So I go over here. I'm going to paste some values. And then we're going to start beating them up to see how we can squeeze more out of this budget. Right, so we're probably not going to reduce the mortgage payment in the next 30 days. Right? That kind of is what it is. Utilities. We had Comcast in there for $150.
Get rid of it.
Do you think we can go ahead and call them and get a better deal and cancel the cable portion and just get with some internet? Yeah, I mean, we're needing to do something with our money here. So instead of $150, I bet you we can save $100 off of that bill.
That was too expensive.
I know, right?
Will that work? Can we save $100? Say yes? Yes, you can. Food. Okay, so if you stop eating out, you will spend a little bit more at the grocery store, but that money goes a whole lot further at the grocery store than it does at Chipotle. Hey, I love Chipotle, I love Chick-fil-A. It just goes further at the grocery store. So what kind of money do you think we could shave out of this budget? Half? Oh, I would say at least $250.
Yeah.
That means you still get to go out to eat just a couple of times.
And I've heard that even if you go out to eat, you still spend a ton on groceries, you just throw a lot of it away. Because you shop and you plan to cook and then you're tired and you're like, forget it. And then, oh, the lettuce went bad, throw that away. Oh boy, this chicken doesn't smell quite right, throw it away. So you're still spending as much to buy groceries, but you don't eat it, you throw it away.
That is a really good point. That's a good point. Does anybody here go out to eat and then come home and eat some more? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so even at 35, like most people are blown away, but I eat like you guys eat.
Lucky Charms.
Constantly. So I'm not eating Lucky Charms. It'd be that less the marshmallows. And I do eat my fruits and vegetables, but I eat a lot. The last time I tracked it, I was consuming somewhere around 2,700 to 3,000 calories a day and not gaining weight.
Wow, good metabolism.
That's thank God for the metabolism. So I do try to eat some healthy foods, and I do get down in my basement and lift that iron and move them around a little bit. But at the end of the day, so what do you guys think about shopping? Did we save any money? I mean, how many of us don't have clothes for the next week?
You can say
Cut it all out.
Just cut it all out? You don't need any of that. Take it down? Goodwill, huh? All right. So, hey, at the very least, we could probably say, hey, we're trying to just squeeze money out of this budget. How can we get more money at the end of the month? Even if we took it down $200, we got $125. You can still buy some stuff with $125. So with selling the TV and then living right with our expenses, we went up to $3,711 in income, and we chopped our expenses down to $2,891. So we actually have a monthly cash flow of $820. You can do something with $820. Say yes. Yes. So, what happens if you save $820 for 10 months? How much money do you have?
A lot.
Come on, nerds. Come on, give me some.
Multiply by 10.
Yes, that's why I picked it. What do we have? $8,200. Who can't do something with $8,200?
Can we go to Europe?
Yeah. Actually, I have some friends that are going in the springtime. There you go. Hey, mission trip. You might be able to do it for us. But you guys can see, like, the point of this exercise is that we're looking at what happened. We're seeing, in summary, the different categories, and then we're making different decisions. So how can we have more money at the end of the month? And did anybody also notice that there's something that's not happening in this budget?
Tithing, church.
We're not, we didn't have the savings piece, and the tithing thing is exactly what I was looking for. Right? And so the statistics that I've seen are 2 to 4% of the people that show up on Sunday morning are doing anything that looks like tithing. 2 to 4%?
That's embarrassing.
I'm like a baby Christian. I came to know the Lord just a handful of years ago. 2010 is when I first started reading the Bible. So, okay, that's 8 years. But that shocks me. Like what? So there's definitely some things, that could be a whole nother sermon, we won't go too far down that road. But a lot of people get tied up on, well, do we tithe on the gross or the net? And I would say, who cares? Nobody's doing it anyways, so if we get to do either one of them, we're going to be way ahead. It is amazing though. I mean, there are a lot of amazing things that happen in our local church communities. And the more that we can do to fund them, the more that the church can do, the more people can be served. And really what's it about? It's more people would come to a saving knowledge of Jesus, right? That's what it's about. Okay, does anybody have questions on budgets, categories, squeezing that budget to get some more money? Connor, what do you think? It has to be in the black at the end of the month, right?
It does. We need like 60 more categories.
Yeah, this is way too short.
I was actually going to ask, I'll write down those, but would you just give us maybe, not 60, but at least like 15, or just to break those up a little bit more so you can kind of see what you should
Yes.
be, allocating?
No, I think that's really great. So
Could you give us both
At
the
least.
nerd version and the hippie version?
this is a brand new laptop that I got yesterday.
I'm sorry,
No,
free
it's okay.
spirit.
Free spirits, yes. So if I had my Quicken, my accounting software, I could pull that up and you guys would laugh because it's like 67 categories. But not each one of those do we use every single month. But what I would do is say, so we have 7 here right now. The biggest thing that I've had in coaching individuals on how to manage their money is getting into the areas that they struggle the most. And the 2 that I see the most, well, let's say the 3, shopping, eating out, and entertainment. I have seen some amazing things, including somebody who spent $5,500 in 1 month on eating, so groceries and eating out, and entertainment.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So what I'm saying in that is definitely hear this. A lot of people say if I could just make some more money, then I wouldn't have to worry about all this. But I'm telling you, there's no difference between somebody who makes $300,000, $600,000 a year and somebody who makes $30,000 a year. This same basic addition and subtraction works for both of them. And if we have no idea where the money is going, then we have no idea where it went.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter how much you made if you
Yeah.
didn't know. Yeah.
There was an individual at my wife's last company who was what they call a C-suite, right? He was an executive. And every time there was a bonus to be paid out, he was calling my wife, saying, "What paycheck is that going to be on? It's really important." She's like, "You make several $100,000 a year. Like, why do you need to know when your bonus is coming? You should be able to figure this out. I'm sorry, I'm entertained and animated by that. Apparently nobody else. You know, when you get to that level, you should be able to manage your money. When you get out of high school and you start working regular jobs, or even in high school at Chick-fil-A, we should know what's going on with our money, because the more that we know, then the more we can do. Right, if you want to bless somebody, you find out a friend of yours is living in their car, right? Which isn't unheard of. We could talk, that's a whole nother subject, right?
No kidding.
The amount of kids that are impacted by poverty in our state that are homeless and they don't have enough food tonight, right? And if you found out and you go, I would really like to bless them by giving them $100, but you have no idea where you're at in your bills, like, it's a whole lot easier to go, I already know, I'm gonna have $800 left over at the end of the month, I can bless them, that's not gonna hurt me at all. Like, that's the kind of fun that you can have with money, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later.
Justin, can I add something?
Yeah.
I heard an old Navy ship captain tell in a sermon, he said, ships in the harbor, you know, if you can picture a big harbor, a big cargo ship, if they turned off the engines and didn't put the anchors down, what do you think the probability is that the ship would just drift right into the dock, right where it should be?
0.
0, right? If it's just